Welcome to Aqua Platycodon, where more useless knowledge gets unlocked. Imagine if your government was run like Twitter under Elon Musk. Federal workers constantly worried about losing their jobs, experienced professionals being fired overnight, and morale hitting rock bottom. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? But this isn't just a hypothetical scenario. Elon Musk has suggested that federal employees should justify their work or be fired. It's the same management style he applies to his companies. Push employees to their limits, demand extreme productivity, and cut costs aggressively. But what happens when you apply that strategy to something as complex as a government? Let's take a look at Musk's management philosophy. His approach is simple. Pressure employees, cut jobs, and force people to work harder out of fear. It's a high-risk, high-reward system. Sometimes it creates short-term efficiency. Other times it leads to disaster. And the results? Just look at what happened to Twitter. The moment he took over, he slashed thousands of jobs, including engineers who actually kept the platform running. What happened next? Technical failures, security issues, and a loss of trust from advertisers. Sure, it saved money, but at what cost? Now imagine that approach applied to a federal workforce. Government employees aren't just building software or manufacturing products. They manage national security, infrastructure, public health, and countless other essential services. If you suddenly start firing people left and right, who's left to keep things running? There's also a deeper issue: national security. A stable government needs loyal and experienced professionals. If employees feel undervalued, overworked, or unfairly treated, they lose trust in the system. And when government workers become resentful, they are far more vulnerable to foreign influence, leaks, and corruption. Think about the Cold War. The US and the Soviet Union were engaged in deep espionage battles. If federal workers back then had been constantly worried about losing their jobs, how easy would it have been for enemy agents to recruit them? Disgruntled employees are a security risk. But it's not just about intelligence. A nation needs an efficient, motivated workforce to maintain economic stability, social order, and long-term development. When government employees are treated as disposable, their commitment disappears. So what would really happen if Musk's management style were applied to an entire government? Best-case scenario, short-term cost savings. Worst-case scenario, internal collapse. A government isn't a private company. It doesn't just function on efficiency, it functions on stability, experience, and long-term planning. Employees in key sectors need to feel valued, not threatened. And leadership isn't about making people fear for their jobs. It's about creating an environment where people actually want to contribute. If Musk's strategy really worked long-term, Twitter would be thriving. But instead, it's struggling. If that approach can't even keep a social media company stable, what would it do to an entire country? That's all for today. Thanks for watching Aqua Platycodon. See you in the next one.